Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath pointed out that UP once contributed more than 14% to India's GDP between 1947 and 1960, but the figure fell to below 8% by 2017. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on Wednesday, August 27, handed over appointment letters to 2,425 newly recruited chief supervisors and 13 pharmacists during a program held at Lok Bhavan Auditorium in Lucknow. The recruitment was conducted under the Uttar Pradesh Subordinate Services Selection Commission UPSSSC through a transparent and merit-based process. During the event, CM Yogi came down heavily on previous governments, accusing them of pushing Uttar Pradesh into backwardness. UP was never inherently a Bimaru state. Dishonest political parties made it so through corruption and nepotism. Until 2017, recruitments were marred by favoritism, where deserving candidates were ignored due to bias and bribery, Yogi said. Highlighting UP's economic trajectory, the chief minister said the state contributed over 14% to national GDP between 1947 and 1960. But its share gradually dropped below 8% by 2017. He blamed corruption, communal politics, and dynastic rule for the decline. This once prosperous state suffered due to riots and family-driven politics, forcing youth to migrate in search of jobs, Yogi remarked. CM Yogi stressed that youth from all regions are now benefiting from a fair and transparent process. He cited the inclusion of candidates from remote tribal areas as proof. Earlier, jobs never reached remote regions. Now, even Theru tribal daughters from Lakhimpur Kheri and Dudhwa National Park have secured selection, showing that merit is getting its due, he said. 2 young women from the Theru community were among those selected. One, Nandu Rana, said, "I come from the forest of Dudhwa with minimal resources. Through this fair system, I have been appointed as a chief supervisor, thanks to CM Yogi's efforts." CM Yogi emphasized UP's efforts in women's empowerment. The CM outlined progress in health indicators since 2017. He stressed the role of Poshan Abhiyan, real-time monitoring through smartphones, and efforts to strengthen Anganwadi centers. Responding to the school merger debate, Yogi accused the opposition of misleading people. Merging dilapidated schools and improving student-teacher ratios is part of the national education policy. When a weak building collapsed and kids died, the same opposition raised false narratives, he said. He pointed out that 5,000 pre-primary schools Balvathika are now functioning successfully in merged institutions. This year alone, the CM said Operation Kayakalp has rejuvenated Anganwadi structures across the state. Your responsibility is to nurture India's childhood. Yogi Adityanath addressing the newly appointed staff. The CM urged them to dedicate themselves to service. A healthy childhood will ensure a prosperous future. Just like Mother Yashoda raised Lord Krishna, you too must care for the nation's children. India's journey to being a developed nation by 2047 begins at Anganwadi centers. The program was attended by Cabinet Minister Suresh Khanna, Women and Child Development Minister Baby Rani Maurya, Minister of State Pratibha Shukla, and senior officials, including Principal Seeker.